What's up, guys? I hope your day is going great. Even though it might be chilly outside, today we are starting our warm weather crops. We are about 10 and a half to 11 weeks out from our last average frost date, which is April 30th, give or take. So that means it is time to start our pepper seeds. So I'm in the car right now because I have to run to the nursery to go grab some more seed starting trays and some more potting soil. So I thought I'd bring you along with me for that, and then we will get started on starting all of these really fun varieties of pepper seeds. I'm super excited. I got a lot of different varieties from Baker Creek, and they are some pretty cool ones. I have 5 houses that I got from the Target Dollar Spot last week. They all have drain holes in the bottom. They range from $3 to $5 a piece. And I saw these and I thought that they would be absolutely adorable as an indoor windowsill herb garden. So that's what I'm going to do with these. I have my different herbs down here that I'm going to be planting in these and sowing the seeds. But on top of that, I'm also going to be planting a bunch of different pepper seeds since it is the time now to start your warm weather crops. Next week, we're going to be starting a bunch of tomatoes, so it is time to get the ball rolling on all of the exciting seed starting for this season. So if you watched my last video, you'll know that not only am I starting plants for myself this year, but I am also going to be selling some of my plant starts as well. These are the varieties that I'm going to be starting today, some for myself, some for selling. So I've got the Murasaki purple pepper. These are not a hot pepper according to the package. Got these jigsaw peppers. I really purchased these for the foliage more than anything. They're just like a variegated speckled purple. Steel blue sea hollies. I'm not quite sure what to expect out of these because I did not give them a stratification period like it says in the instructions right here. I do have some of these seeds started in the winter sowing method. If you want to go watch that video, I'll link it in the description below. So I do have some of these planted for myself outside that I have more faith that they'll grow out there. But I'm going to go ahead and start just a few of these today anyways, just to see. Got lilac bell peppers. I'm going to be planting some for myself and some for selling. Going to be planting a lot of poblano peppers, both for myself and for selling, because this is a really good one that people know. It can go in a lot of different recipes, so I felt that this was a really good choice to plant a little heavier on. I feel like I would have no problem selling these. Purple beauty pepper, both for myself and selling. And I will also be starting these black Hungarian peppers, both for myself and selling. And I have these 6 herbs here. However, I only have 5 of the little houses. So I'm thinking that maybe in one of the larger ones, I can plant 2 of them, you know, one in one side, one in the other. I don't know. Or I might just pick one of these not to do. Last night, I gathered up all of the different seeds that I knew that I was going to be starting inside, either for myself or for selling. And I made a spreadsheet, which I will turn the camera around and show you here in a second. I don't know how well the camera's going to do. It usually like freaks out when I show it the computer screen. But just the gist of what I did, I opened up Google and I created a spreadsheet. And I wrote down all of the different varieties of seeds that I want to start. And then I had a column for myself and then a column for selling. And I figured out how many trays I could fit under my grow lights and figured out how many individual cells there were of those. So then I went through and basically just started with however many total cells. And I started with what I wanted to sell and just kept subtracting from that total number of cells that I knew I had, and you know, just moved numbers around until I was happy with the amount that I got for each one. But as you can see, I have variety for me, for sale. All of the pink ones are the ones that I'm going to be selling and for me, and then the white ones are just for me. So I went through, and so for German chamomile, I'm going to start 8 cells for sale and 8 cells for me. Parsley, 4 cells for sale. I'm just going to start 2 cells for me. And this is totally not an all-inclusive list because for me, I can start a lot of these out directly in the ground. I can direct seed them, but this just gave me a really good idea as to how many of each that I wanted to start, how many of each cells I wanted to delegate. I didn't get closer to the growing season. I have a bunch of seeds left to start, and I've already run out of grow light space. Most important thing is that you find a system that works for you, and this system will work even if you aren't selling. You can just make a column for yourself, start with the total number of cells that you can fit under your grow lights, and just keep subtracting until you get to the end. All of your cells are accounted for, and you know exactly how much that you can start of each. And don't forget to also look at how many seeds per packet there are. Some of them only come with 10 or 15 seeds, and so you just want to be mindful of how many seeds you have versus how many you want to start. After trying to locate all of my dang popsicle sticks, I cannot find them. And I don't even know that I have 100 right now because that's how many I need. I'm planting at least 100 seeds today, so I'm gonna need a different labeling system. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm just going to print stickers of each of the names. I'm gonna put them on each of the individual little like cells. So I'm gonna put them like on the front here of each of the cells. I don't know how they're gonna hold up to water. I mean, I don't think there should be much water getting on the outside of the cells. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to go on my computer and print off stickers, and I might even include prices for the ones that are for sale. And I will cut them out and I will stick them on each cell. That's what I'm gonna do. Just place this directly onto one of these, like so. And that'll give people the price and some information on planting it. I'm not 100% sure if these are going to be big enough for the peppers to stay in the entire time. I might have to end up potting them up. But if I do, that's not a big deal. But at least this way, I know that all of them are labeled and I'm not gonna mix up what pepper is in what cell. So now I'm just gonna do that for the rest of everything that I need to get planted, and then we will start planting the seeds. This might be a little extra, but it's kind of fun. So I have 3 trays here that I'm gonna start, and I put the stickers on all of the cells, but I did also do popsicle sticks so I could see, you know, because I don't want to like lift each one once there's stuff in here. So, you know, because like this one, there's 2 purple beauty peppers here and then 2 jigsaw peppers there because I'm going to be planting 10 jigsaw peppers, and I didn't want to have to, you know, lift anything up to know that these 2 are jigsaw peppers. I was going to plant 2 more of these, so I was going to plant a whole 4 of the purple beauty for myself. And I do have a couple more pepper varieties that I'm going to be planting next week, and so I'll just go ahead and plant the other 2 with that. And I was planning on starting these today as well, but I think I'm just going to save these for another winter sowing method, seeing as they do want a stratification period anyways, which is a cold period, just so many cold hours in order to germinate, because this is a perennial here. And these 3 trays are full, so I didn't want to start a partial tray And so, yeah, this will just wait for another project because I do want to get to these today and I am running out of time. So now I'm going to get the dirt in these and we will plant real quick. I'm just going to kind of like time lapse through planting because they're all pretty much the same. They all want to be planted 1/4 of an inch, dog hair on here, 1/4 of an inch deep since they are all peppers. They all want basically the same thing. And so we're just going to get these planted quick. And then I need to get these planted up as well. You know what? This is actually fairly moist. So I'm not even going to worry about adding a whole lot to it. I'll just spray it down good before I plant in it. But yeah. So all the houses are filled with soil now, and I figured out which herbs are going to go in each one, and I did a little popsicle stick marker in each of them. So I'm going to be planting German chamomile in here, lemon balm in this big guy, English thyme, sage, and then I'm going to do half of this purple ruffles basil, and the other half is going to be the piccolino basil, and maybe they'll just kind of like merge together real nicely. If they do, that'd be really pretty because the contrast between that deep green and the purple would just be really pretty. So now what I'm going to do is take each house and just sew, probably this long one, I'm probably going to do either two spots or maybe even 3 spots and then thin them later if need be. And, just kind of spacing them out a little bit denser than you would in the garden, and then just following the directions on the seed packet. So this says press into surface, so that's what I'll do here. But then, yeah, this is also press into the surface. But then like these guys want to be planted 1/4 of an inch deep, so I'll just follow the instructions on the seed packets. And that's all there is to this project, and then we'll get to planting the peppers. So for the chamomile, I ended up sewing it a little more microgreen style. I just sprinkled it all over and then I'll see what happens, thin them if I need to. Same with the lemon balm. And then at the time, I believe I just did one in the center. I don't even remember already. Sage, I just did one in the center. And then for the basil, I did kind of like a spot here, here, and here for the purple ruffles, and then I did here, here, and here for the piccolino. I'm hoping that that'll just help the these two plants kind of like merge together a little bit. So we'll see. So now I'm gonna just put these all on my breakfast nook window, and I will make sure that they stay moist and don't dry out until they germinate. So all of these want to be planted at 1/4 of an inch deep, so I'm just gonna whiz through all 3 of these trays and get them planted. look at the setup. So we've got pepper trays here and here, and then this is how my piccolino basil is doing. I'm gonna have to figure out what I can do for this slight discoloration. It might need some more nutrients or something, but I'll figure that out. And then our tomatoes are looking so good. These are the orange hat tomatoes from Baker Creek. They are like a very miniature size. They only get 6 to 9 inches tall, but they are healthy and gorgeous. And then if you see back here, it's got this little baby. This is Italian large leaf parsley, just starting to shoot up its first set of true leaves. And then we've got spinach right here, which I did have the light up too high for it, so it did get leggy, but it is trying to correct itself. So I still have hope for this. And then up here, we've got a tray that I did maybe in the last video you guys saw. And then the other pepper tray is here. And then I've got purple ruffles basil, just shot up its first set of true leaves. And then we've got sage that just shot up its first set of true leaves. So I'm gonna have to find homes for these. We've got our redbeard bunching onions. This is royal burgundy bean and calypso bean, looking fantastic. I have no idea what's going on with my lettuce. I thought it didn't get enough water, and then I gave it more water, and I think it got too much water. So lettuce and I are not friends. We're still waiting on the coffee beans to sprout over here. This is the only one that didn't sprout. It was the painted pony bean, and it ended up like rotting itself out. I don't know. And then this guy keeps finding its way into my collection of seeds to start inside, or whatnot, and I don't know why, because the package says do not start it inside, and it gets 6 to 7 feet tall. As you can see, this thing's ginormous, but we have it here. It's the sugar magnolia snap pea. I don't know why that I planted this. It just snuck in, so I'm gonna have to figure something out for this. But it's loving its life, so I need to find support for it and just see what happens. I might end up having like a snap pea crawling all over my wall. I don't know. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on the plants that we've been starting. I'm just gonna have to get my other grow lights up fast. Right now I only have 2 shelves with grow lights, but I will end up having 5 more shelves, so lots more seeds starting in the future. If you like these kind of videos, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this beautiful sunny winter day as we start our first set of warm weather crop seeds today. Tell me in the comments below what your favorite pepper is to grow, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.